here, and we're going to have a fun day. Let me just say a couple of things before we move on to our Father's Day presentation. First of all, to all the dads, happy Father's Day. Glad to have you guys here, and then this is your day to shine. We had fun on Mother's Day. We're going to have fun again today with Father's Day. Also want to say thanks to everyone who helped us last Sunday with our cookout that we had. Man, Eddie, you did a great job on the grill. Thanks so much for grilling us some good food. And Joanne and Laverne decorated very nicely in the fellowship hall, so thanks to them. And to everybody who brought food. We had such a wonderful time at our cookout, so thanks for doing that. We appreciate it. I also want to say thank you for your faithful giving, your tithes and offerings. We appreciate it so much. Grateful for your giving. For those of you joining us online today, thanks for being a part of our service today. We're glad you could join us and hope that the service will be a blessing to you. You should find a Next Step link on Facebook and YouTube or on our website at horizonchurch.tv. From there, you can fill out a guest card to let us know that you visited with us today, and we would appreciate that very much. You can also submit a prayer request, and I will pray for you personally. So those are options that you have while you're watching online. So thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate you participating. Well, this morning we're going to celebrate Father's Day. We're going to do kind of what we did on Mother's Day, same thing. We're going to bring the kids up on the stage. And originally my son was going to be here, so I wasn't going to be the one asking the questions. So Jan is going to do that today. So we've already planned for that, and she's going to MC today's program. So she'll be the one asking the questions, and our kids will be answering and talking about their dads. Same kind of ground rules as last time. We don't mind some humor. It's fun to laugh, but we don't want to embarrass Dad. So just keep that in mind. You have to live with the consequences afterwards if you do that. So let's be kind to Dad. So if all of you guys will come up, and you can grab one of these white chairs and bring it up, and we'll line those up here, and we'll go ahead and get started. Check.
Hey guys, thank y'all so much for doing this. Happy Father's Day, guys. Now, being the teacher that I am, I wanted you guys to have the questions ahead of time, so that y'all could be thinking about it and that kind of thing. So I tell you what, just kind of like last time, if y'all want to, you don't have to answer all the questions, as you know, just the ones that are speaking to you, that you got something good to say. Just raise your hands or something, and y'all can do what you did last time. You did a great job. Now, moms, we really enjoyed it last time when they spoke, and I'm still encouraging to get a video of that. Okay, I'm trying to get a tape of that put together for us. So, dads, I hope y'all hope y'all enjoy. Okay. I know they will. All right, so the first question is this. What's the earliest memory you have of your dad? Does anyone want to start us off?
My earliest memory I have, period, it involves my dad, is the first time I was ever on actual swings. 'Cause, like, they had the baby swings and they had the actual swings, but I was tall enough to be on the actual swings when I was like 2. So one of my first memories ever is my dad pushing me on the swings at like a campground.
Maybe not the earliest, but definitely a core memory. I remember us making kites together, crafting them. It was really fun. I don't even know if we actually played with them, but I remember crafting with Dad, and it was really fun.
Anybody else for that one?
Well, I do remember my dad would work throughout the whole day basically, so wouldn't see him as much, and he also would do college throughout the night. And then I do remember we would wake up really early to have breakfast with him, and it was like one of the most special times of my day. So I do remember that. It was really early.
That's cool. All right, next question, guys. What's one thing your dad always says that makes you roll your eyes?
Since the beginning of time, my father has been the one that wakes me up because I don't like the alarm clock. I don't listen to the alarm clock. So my dad bellows up the stairs every single morning before school. Even if I'm awake, there's never been a day that he has not bellowed. So I've just come to dread it, especially if I'm already awake. So I'm like,
What does he bellow? I just want to know.
turkey. That's another thing. He calls me turkey.
I think I have the same one. Every single morning he wakes me up because I don't like to. I can't even wake up with the alarm clock. I would just turn it off and keep sleeping. But he wakes me up every morning, and it's just so annoying because I want to keep going, want to keep sleeping. But I just roll my eyes every morning. But I'm glad he's there. Otherwise, I'll be late every morning.
Anybody else that something Dad does that makes you just roll your eyes, whether he sees it or not? Not going there, huh, Gabe? Gabe's
I agree with
afraid.
100% everything he says, right?
That's a good boy there. All right, next question, guys. Of all the adventures you have had with your dad, which one stands out the most?
I really enjoy a trip we went on when I was in early high school. We took a 2-week trip across the Grand Canyon and everywhere, and it was just a lot of fun to be able to spend time with him and just explore the world together. So.
I remember growing up, we would always do fishing trips to like crazy spots in Brazil, and there was a time we went to this island, and it was like really fun. But that was really special because I caught the biggest fish, so that was really special. Not that big. It was the biggest though.
I remember we would go to the beaches, and he would make sand holes, huge sand holes, and would get in them, take pictures. It was just fun. He would spend all day long just digging in the sand, and we would get in there, take pictures. It was just fun.
Mine is definitely the most ridiculous trip I've ever been on with my father, because it was completely impromptu. Over by where we live, a bunch of geese like to congregate, and one time we were driving down the road, and I think offhandedly I said something about the geese not being there, and my father pulls over the car, gets out, and this is already going poorly, and we go walking through the woods looking for geese. That was the whole mission, is just looking for geese, which made no sense. But you know what? It was fun. No. I found them 2 weeks later at my school.
Those geese are everywhere. All right, anybody else on that one? All right, next question, guys. Number 4. If your dad was a superhero, what would his superpower be?
Well, my dad would definitely have super strength. I I don't think I know anyone who works harder than he does. So I don't think that is someone. So I think he'll be really strong.
Mine is not necessarily a superpower, but my father came home one day and sits on the back porch with me and just goes, I just want to be Batman now. He wanted to be Justice. He made up a name for himself. It was Justice. And he would just be a vigilante by night and a farmer by day. And that would be his entire life. He even thought of a catchphrase, justice is served.
I like it. That fits.
I think he'd be the Hulk. That's what I think. Hulk smash.
I think my dad, he would have the power to fix anything. He just fixes everything. Like, I don't know. If anything breaks, he knows how to fix it.
I think you would like to have a superpower that calls fishes, so you can just get more. That'd
Yes.
be good.
Some kind of echo there.
He'll be Aquaman.
There you go. Aquaman would be good. All right. Number 5. Give an example of your dad's best dad joke.
So he always does it. He goes, do you know the me neither joke? And you're supposed to say no, and he goes, me neither. It's that bad.
Eddie, from time to time, will make the joke of, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef.
These are good.
I was gonna say the same one. Me neither.
Any other jokes? Any other dad jokes? No? Okay. Next question. If you and your dad could switch places for a day, what do you think he would find most surprising about being you?
I mean, we're in the summer now, but if it was school, it's not fun to go to school, but I guess he thinks that, but I don't know. I think he would not like it.
I think he'd be surprised how much I sleep.
I can't lift things or like open stuff. He can open anything and he can lift just about anything. I can't do that. He sees me struggling doing something, and I don't think he understands what it's like to have teeny tiny muscles.
Anything else? Okay, next question. What is your favorite activity to do with your dad? What's your favorite thing to do with him?
Fishing.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
And they never catch anything. I would say camping, for sure. Camping's just always fun.
So Eddie and I have this little tradition now where every Friday we'll go on our own little Aldi trip, and we both convince each other to spend way too much money at Aldi's on groceries. But it's a really good tradition that we have, and I really enjoy just being able to spend time with him, doing the small things. So
That's cool.
And then mine is kind of similar to hers. My dad has Friday off work, but my mom doesn't. So it's just me and him whenever I get home from school. And there's always some sort of adventure, especially if I have like an orthodontist appointment and I can convince him that I just don't have to go to school that day. It's happened a few times. So he's easy to convince whenever I'm like, well, we could do cool stuff all day. School's optional. And it always ends up, we usually end up walking around a hardware store, weirdly enough. That's generally where the day goes.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Let's see. If you had to describe your dad in 3 words, what would they be? It could be more than 3, though.
Well, one would be hopeful, because, he hopes to get a fish every day. But, yeah, I can't think of other 2.
And he hopes he's going to catch those fish, too, right?
Faith, maybe.
Any other words you can think of to describe your dad?
Efficient and practical. He's
Mhm.
very good at solving problems in the most logical way.
Funny, strong-minded, and a big old teddy bear.
I'd say really smart. He's one of the most intelligent people I know, for sure. Can't think of other two.
These are good stuff, Dad. I hope y'all are liking this. This is good. All right. Let's see. Next question. What is one rule your dad has that drives you crazy?
No comment.
You'll have to tell him that in private then.
Mine is it's a very good rule. It makes logical sense that you're not allowed to hit anybody unless they hit you first. But I don't like it because people are annoying. And then I can't reason it with him unless they've hit me. You know how often I've wished for somebody to hit me just for the excuse. I just want the excuse.
I don't think I have anything. I think all the rules that he makes are very fair. I think I agree with most of them. They make sense.
Me too.
Me three. Okay. Number 10. What's something your dad does that you wish you could do as well as him?
Reading. He reads a lot.
Yeah, read the Bible, study the Bible. I think so.
A handyman. There's been so many times where I've had to call him and ask how to fix something, or one time my water busted in the kitchen and I was like, I don't know what to do, and he had to come take a look at it for me. So I just wish I was a better handyman like he is.
Fix stuff.
Big stuff. But you're probably learning along the way, and so somewhere down the road you're going to say, I got this. Why? Because my dad taught me this.
I think fishing, although he doesn't catch a lot of fish, sometimes he does, and I don't sometimes. So I would guess fishing.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Number 11. What verse of Scripture best describes your dad and why?
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the sons of God. It ties into my dad being a police officer.
God calls you to do something with your strength, not somebody else's.
Mm-hmm. All right, next question. What is the funniest memory that you have of your dad?
Well, there was a fishing trip. They actually caught a fish, and it was actually the biggest fish. It was probably this big. But it was really funny. Like, he was so happy. Everybody was really happy. Everybody were really happy. But, yeah, that was funny.
Weirdly enough, mine is also fishing, except for it was not the biggest fish. It was a fish that was probably an inch long. And my mom has now a picture of him on her phone, of him holding this teeny, teeny, tiny fish. It looks photoshopped. It is just so small. Like, it didn't even fit in his thumb. Like,
I'm getting the idea that dads here like to fish. So maybe they need to go fishing today.
We are.
There you go. Good deal. Next question, guys. What is the best life lesson or skill your dad has taught you? Life lesson or skill?
To start with the hard things. So if you can go, have like 2 things to do. Always start from the hardest one, and then you do the easy one. Because then the easy is going to be even easier. So I like it. Try to do that as much as I can.
That's good advice. Get the heart out of the way, and then it's smooth sailing from there, hopefully.
I would say, like, he taught me how to fish. Although it didn't work out very well, but he taught me how to fish. That's his skill.
I'd say he gives his best, his very best at everything he does, and he's always thought that. He would always say to do our very best, as if to do everything that we have to do it as an act of worship to God, and I think that has taught me a lot. He would always tell us to do our very best. It tells us every day the same thing, to give our very best.
Mine is probably burden of proof. Like nothing is true unless you can find evidence that proves it, which probably made me such a good debater, considering there's not been a point in my life that I haven't had to prove to him. Or to watch your surroundings. He gets real nitpicky if you have both headphones in when you're on the road or anything like that, or walking with the traffic or something. He gets very nitpicky about it, but it's good advice.
Save your life one day. Okay. Let's see, moving on. Number 14. If you could give your dad a superlative award, what would it be? Like best at barbecue, most likely to fix anything? What kind of an award would you give him if you could?
The best at trying to fish.
Most likely to survive falling off a roof.
Yes, yes. That was bad.
I think most likely to fix something, to fix anything. He could fix anything.
Best dad in the world. I wish it was 10% over his. He's one of the. I don't know. For me, I wish it was 10% over his, and I'll be good.
All right, guys. Next question. What's the best advice your dad has ever given you?
To be a Gallo fan. Be good.
Brazilian soccer team.
Best advice. What has your dad given you advice on? You think about it?
To always be level-headed, cool, level-headed.
Yeah, if you freak out, you can't get the job done.
True.
Or at least to if a situation is initially going to make you freak out, don't get stuck in the freak out. You have to come back down at some point to do something about whatever's happening.
Right. Good deal. Anybody else? Think of anything else? All right, next question, number 16. What's something you appreciate about your dad that you didn't understand when you were younger?
Getting punished, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I
Especially
didn't
the way he
understand
did
back then, but it made me who I am today, and I'm very grateful that he did that.
Especially the way he did it.
Yeah, he wasn't too hard on us, but he made us understand what we did wrong.
That he's always there.
All right, number 17. If you could give your dad any gift in the world, what would it be and why?
The ability to catch fish.
But
A big one.
He loves that time out there on the dock, though. He's communing with the fish. I've watched him.
An RV.
A farm that magically takes care of itself. So he only has to do whatever he wants to. He doesn't have to do everything.
What would he have on that farm?
A donkey, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm gonna guess a turkey and peacock. He likes every obnoxious animal, every single that's loud or bright or otherwise appalling. He loves them.
Maybe an alpaca.
I think it would be to play one game with the Galo, which is the Brazilian team we like,
Uh-huh.
the best team.
I think I'd give him a huge piece of land full of acreage, and then he could build anything he likes. He could have any type of animals, whatever he likes, so he could grow old there.
Yeah, he would love that.
These are great answers. So I'm through with the questions on here. Is there anything that you were thinking that along the way that you would really like to share that didn't really fit into any of the questions, but you want to share this about your dad? Anything at all?
Oh, just once again, I'm really blessed, like with the dad I have. Couldn't be any better.
At the risk of being pushed off the boat later, I cannot get proof of this, but my father, whenever he makes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they're his favorite sandwiches in the entire world. He plays the song. And whenever I was little, I would try to record him, and he would play it on my phone, so I couldn't record him.
Uh-huh. We heard that song growing up, too.
I have never gotten proof, but it does happen.
Well, guys, fathers, that's all of the questions that we have. It sounds like that they really love you guys, and they think a lot about you, and they really want to take y'all fishing today. Where are you at, Pastor?
Thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate it. We all enjoyed it. We enjoyed hearing about your dads, and thanks for being a good sports and letting us have a lot of fun today. Can you give them a hand? I appreciate that very much. Thank you for coming today. Father's Day and Mother's Day were both a little bit different for us, but I think it was a lot of fun. And looking forward to next Sunday, so be sure to come back next week. We'll have a great Sunday together, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and may you catch giant fish today. God bless all of you. Have a great day.